Welcome to Curated Cannabis. I'm Shannon D. I have a decade of experience in the Colorado cannabis industry, and I've realized that cannabis is a lifestyle. And I am so excited to show you the fun and innovative things that are happening in the cannabis industry around the country. We're heading to pick out Bobby. She's had a lot of questions recently about what type of cannabis is best for her because she's needing to gain a little bit of weight. So today we're gonna actually visit Groundswell, which is a great dispensary in Denver. And we're gonna educate Bobby on which strains are going to be ones that give you the munchies and make you hungry that can help her gain weight, and which ones to stay away from. Why are you trying to gain weight?
My lupus is attacking my liver and making me really sick, but I just lay there, don't do anything. I've lost all my muscle mass, so I'm trying to gain some weight so I can get some muscles to make me healthier.
Well, and that's also important why we incorporate CBD into your diet, because CBD can help regenerate those muscles and can help that muscle mass come up. I know over here you use the Iovia tincture, correct?
Love the Iovia. Every morning I start my day with the Iovia.
I've worked with over 10,000 patients, and now as a consultant, I share my knowledge about cannabis all around the country. Seeing Bobby, a 55-year-old woman who has lupus and fibromyalgia, getting her out of bed is why I do what I do. And one thing that helps with that is her use of cannabis on a regular basis.
Mornings are usually pretty hard because you wake up a little stiff. So I start with my tincture, my Iovia tincture. At night, if I'm in a lot of pain, I will use an edible sucker. I found that they'll pretty much knock me out. And sometimes the pain is so strong, that's what you want. You just want to go to sleep, knowing there's a good chance you'll wake up feeling better in the mornings.
Those days that the pain is really flared up, your nerve endings just feel like they're standing on haywire.
Yes.
That's where concentrates really come in and can be really beneficial for you.
Is this gonna knock me out like a pain pill, or will I still be able to function?
So what we would want is we would want to get a nice hybrid balance for you. Something that has a little bit of sativa so you don't get a sedative effect, but still has indica to be pain relieving. So we could go with, right here we have the CBD diamonds. That would be really, really great because it's got a little bit of CBD, it's got some sativa to keep you up, and then also some indica to help with the pain.
That would be something I'd be interested in.
Well, what should we get you today?
I want to try the CBD diamonds.
Okay. I was going to talk about my drive and how I feel like I'm put on this earth to educate people about cannabis.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. In 2007, when I graduated high school, it was when dispensaries were first starting in Colorado, and I was able to start in one of the first dispensaries. And I realized that cannabis helped me medicinally, and I had a really great talent of educating people about cannabis that a lot of people weren't doing in 2007. I feel like I was really put on this earth, and what I'm here to do is to educate people about cannabis. And if you say I have a passion in life, it is bringing women together and educating them on cannabis. I've worked with over 10,000 patients, and now as a consultant, I share my knowledge about cannabis all around the country. It's 6:30 in the morning and I woke up super early to head up to Red Rocks to hang out with a great group of girls that do Get Fit, Stay Lit, a fun wake and bake activity. I'm excited to get my sweat on. See you guys up there. I started Get Fit, Stay Lit in March of 2014, and we started with yoga classes. And the main reason was to break the stigma that people believe that just because you consume cannabis, you're not active. You're sitting at home and eating munchies. There she is. Hey there, Bobby. Hi. Okay. Yeah, you are. It means so much to have other people there with you working out together. Hey, healthy honeys. Me and Lauren are here at City Park getting fit and staying lit. Next Wednesday morning, we're starting our Red Rocks edition, 6 a.m. And it's a lot easier to get up when you know someone else is gonna actually hold you accountable. What's up, girl? Hey, good to see you. How are you? Good. All right, should we do a little bit walking?
We're walking.
Yeah, we're walking. Let's do it. If I smoke a sativa to start my day, I get energy. I'm uplifted and I'm ready to go run those Red Rocks. I personally also use cannabis after I work out because my body is sore. by using sativa to get me up and going, and then using some cannabis topicals or transdermals after. It gives me a holistic workout with cannabis, and I also feel great because I'm doing something great for my body. Seeing Bobby evolve over the last 6 months to the point where no one has made it to Get Fit, Stay Lit every single weekend except for her has been mind-blowing. It's really great to have that camaraderie of all the women coming together and you're all supporting each other. And the one thing you might have in common is that you consume cannabis, but you're really there for the activity and the friends that you're with.
Get fit, stay lit!
It's very important for me to continue to uplift and really give my talents and help people who are starting companies just like myself. So now we're headed to Stillwater Teas. I love their products. They have this black tea that has 2.5 milligrams with a little bit of caffeine. We're actually going to meet Missy, who's one of the owners, and she's gonna tell us about some really cool products that they're making now. I'm super excited to show you guys.
We launched with Stillwater, which is our 2.5 milligram microdose tea. And we source organic loose leaf tea. We combine it with a water soluble THC, and it steeps just like a regular cup of tea. And it promotes relaxation, and then the 2.5 milligrams of THC does everything from relieving anxiety to pain, and also keeping people in, it keeps people in their headspace so they don't have to worry about overdosing or getting high or feeling uncomfortable.
So what made you start working in the cannabis industry?
Well, I actually had friends of mine who brought the idea to me and said, hey, you know, we see that there is an underserved market here, and we think that there is something that we can be doing to help more people. And I did find that that women like me, young mothers, and women like my mother were underserved in the industry. I want to introduce you guys to Keith. Keith is our head of manufacturing, and he's going to take us on the tour and back.
Good morning. We'll see how we make our Stillwater teas. Come on in.
Stillwater's process begins with THC distillate and CBD isolate. They combine that with a proprietary blend and make that into crepes. Those crepes then make their way into the dehydrator, and that's how they make water-soluble CBD and THC.
So what we're adding to brand new to our portfolio, rolling out early April, is we're going to take our Stillwater teas, which is 2.5 milligrams of THC. We're now adding 2.5 milligrams of CBD.
That's great.
We are super excited about it.
That's awesome. I mean, 1-to-1 is what new moms need. Let that anxiety lower a little bit and also
Yes.
like take the stress off of the THC.
And still be highly functional.
Exactly. All right, Keith, well, tell me about this crazy cool machine you got here.
Shannon, welcome to Artie. So it converts this film into this tea stick. Actually took quite a bit of work. This is Gen 2. Gen 1 was not nearly as pretty as this. How this works is we take our beautiful organic teas, come into here, it gets metered in through here. The granules will actually come out, come down this tube, fill in with the tea, and the tea stick is formed. As I ingrained myself more in the cannabis dispensary community, I understood that cannabis itself was the life force of a lot of other things that are happening. A lot of art comes from cannabis. So I've known Sadie, who owns Spectra, for over 8 years, and we did not meet because of cannabis or because of art. We met because of some mutual friends that we knew that she went to high school with. And it's been really cool to see her evolve over the last few years. She started as just helping with different bands and then moved into doing a lot of art for herself. And then over the last 6 months is when Spectra has really blossomed. And I was super excited to find out that she was actually the one running it, and the other people that were part of it were all women.
If you're a member, you get to consume on the property, and actually it's outside. You guys want to see?
Yeah, let's go check it out back there. Come on, guys.
For every showcase, we have the mural switch out for the artists that are in the show, and this time it just happens to be some really prolific street artists. So they did all of these in one night.
Wow.
So you actually have them come and do all of the art here as well as part of their show.
Yep. Here, this one's sepia.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. I think for me, the reason that I went with this route and was so drawn to like bringing the cannabis culture and the art world together, because they're both kind of like this counterculture that's happening in Denver. Cannabis, for a lot of people, it helps them create, and for a lot of people, it helps them have like less social anxiety and stuff. So we like to bring those things together as kind of like a therapeutic thing.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful, and I think that really helps with the empowerment in the community that you're creating. It's really amazing to be part of this Denver community of young female entrepreneurs who are really trying to grow their vision of how they want the world to be in the cannabis community. And one thing that I haven't felt in a very long time, and I definitely do now working with these other entrepreneurs, is I feel at home.
So what are these? I'm so glad that you're here.
Thanks for having me. So this is my company, Miss Mary Jane Co. We focus on ladies. You know, we sell apparel, accessories, glass. We're all online right now. We have some more apparel throughout the U.S. and Canada.
And I also run a company that does at-home cannabis parties for women called Healthy Honeys. So the Mary Kay of Mary J. I started it because I wanted to foster a community that focused on health that was different than what most people expected from a cannabis event. I wanted to throw events that my mom felt comfortable to come to, and so she felt comfortable learning about cannabis without thinking of it as a drug and thinking of it more as a medicine. And I've also realized that even to this day, you can walk in dispensaries and no one's really educating on things that are gonna help different conditions medicinally. And that's why I throw these parties, so I can really educate people on conditions that they didn't know cannabis could help with, instead of them going to their doctor and using prescription pills. I've recently started eating edibles again. I have a very high tolerance, but I've been needing help staying asleep. And so I've been using the blue raspberry gummies from Wana that are sour and absolutely delicious. And then every single day, I always use CBD tincture every single morning and every single evening. And that helps me keep a balance in my system so that I'm always feeling the same and I don't have too much anxiety or too much stress. It's kind of my little magic weapon. And if I'm really having a bad day and I just don't want to get up and do anything, I'll actually use some transdermal. And there's certain transdermals on the market that just make me feel like I got it. Like I did not want to get out of bed today, and I use that transdermal and I'm like, whatever, world, move over, I'm coming. And it's kind of something that I use and I educate a lot of people on, because it's something that people don't understand, that a transdermal can really have those effects. But that's what I use as kind of my secret weapon to get me going every single day. What I'm hopeful for in this show, Curated Cannabis, is to show more of a mainstream audience what's happening in the cannabis community. I know that on NBC and CNN, there's little bits that people are seeing about what's happening in Colorado cannabis, but what I really want to see is the behind the scenes. People like Missy, who are mom of a young child, who are starting cannabis companies because they're ready to educate people and they want different products on the market. And to show people that there's safe spaces that when you come here you can consume. And just showing a different side of cannabis that's more elegant and fun and flirty, and how my life really is living in Colorado.